Guys, I'm going to talk to you about how to find profitable deals in property development. My name's Adam Panisi. I'm doing a couple $100 million of my own property development deals, and this strategy I use all of the time to find profitable deals. The first step is to become an area expert and pick a strategy that works for that area. I'll give you a specific example of where I'm an area expert, and not just the area expert, but also a property development type expert. So what I mean by both of those is, one, knowing the area inside and out that you want to develop in, and then secondly, having a model that you know is going to make money in that area. So specifically, I'll give you an example of this. My current projects or deals that I'm looking at are anything from 100 to 500 land lots. So the two types of developments that we're focusing on is residential land subdivision as the first one, and then second one is commercial mixed-use retail. So that includes fuel, fast food, medical, childcare, that sort of thing. So they're my two development types, so land lots, mixed-use retail. So I've got that in mind. So yours might be that you're looking to do a 1:2 land subdivision, or you're doing a 3 townhouse development. Whatever it is, you might be looking at something bigger than that, that's great. But if yours, so pick out what you want to do, pick that based on your strategy, sorry, not your strategy, well, that comes into it as well, but pick that based on your skill set. If you've never done any property before, pick something that's going to be more simple, maybe like a 2-lot subdivision, that'll get your hands dirty. Start small, then work up a bit bigger. If you've already done 3 townhouse sites before and you've made money, don't reinvent the wheel. Maybe just do more of those. But if you want to get to the next level, or you want to create more money, or you're trying to just find a deal that works in the current market, have that model that you're looking for, and then pick an area where it's going to work, or where that model is going to work. So mine is 1 to 500 lot land subdivisions. I'll use that one as an example because it's easier to explain rather than the commercial strategy. So my target area, my specific target area at the moment is southeast Queensland, from northern New South Wales up to northern Sunshine Coast. So it's a pretty big area. It encompasses 5 councils, which for the southern states is not that many, but our councils are quite substantial here. So it encompasses 5 councils. I'm very familiar with a few of those councils, having developed in those councils multiple times already. So I'm somewhat of an area expert, but when I find one of these big land subdivisions, then I'll jump in and become even more of an area expert in that specific location. So I'll give you an example on a deal that I'm looking at the moment. I've specifically targeted these land lot, or these land plots. There's 7 landowners. I've got a guy specifically door knocking all of those landowners. The development will be 300 plus lots, plus a commercial center on top of that. Now, I'm already developing in that area. I've already got 80 lots plus a small commercial center around the corner anyway. So I'm somewhat of an area expert. I know the zoning in that area. I know what people are buying. I know what the council is like. They're a pain in the butt, but I know what the council is like, what I can get approved, what I can't. I know that this type of development is code accessible, or what's called code accessible, which means the council have to approve it. So I know all of these things going into this deal. I also know this site. I know that this site needs a sewer pump station. I know a sewer pump station is expensive, but I've already factored that into my feasibility. So I'm working from what I call a top-down approach. So I've already got my model. I know that the model works, and I know what I can pay for the land. So I've already got my model that makes 40 to 50% margin. All I've got to do is fill it in with the land itself. So to fill in that component, which is what I was missing, which was the actual land, I know the cost to develop the land blocks themselves after they're split up. I know the cost of a sewer pump station. I know the council costs and how to get it through, the timing, all of that stuff, the end sale. I know all of that, very familiar with the market. So what I did was take a section of that council that had a particular zoning, and I targeted all the properties within that zoning. Now this is really specific. If you're still listening at this point, it means you're really interested. And honestly, if you have this model or develop this model yourself, you can make 40 to 50% plus returns by having a model, a specific model that you then go and target properties. So I'm not exaggerating on that. If you find a model that can make 40 or 50% returns, you don't change it, you keep going after it. Now there's plenty of models that make 10 or 20% return. If you find a model that's got 10 or 20% return, you probably should scratch that and try to look at other avenues where you can crank it up to, at least 30% return on a small deal. And that's what I at least target, is 30% return on any deal. But that's 30% after I've really downscaled and been really conservative with all my numbers. So anyway, if you find a model that's making 40 or 50% return and all you got to do is fill in the land, you're pretty motivated to then go and find the land. So back to my 300 lot land subdivision that I'm targeting. I know the council, I know the specific area that I'm in and the zoning. So there's only so many properties within that zoning, and also so many properties that I can do 300 land lots on. As you start to get in the bigger scale of developments, there's actually less properties available, and you've normally got to amalgamate. So that means put together multiple owners to get like a development of that size. I find when you're doing smaller developments, they're actually easier to find because you only need to buy one land block. You can do a small development and they're everywhere. They're all over. They just may not be listed on the market. So these 7 property owners that I'm targeting to do this 300 land lot, they're not on the market. Somebody is door knocking them for me, and that's one of my buyer's agents that I've used previously. So he's specifically door knocking these properties. I know what price I can pay. I know what the costs are. So all it is a function of is actually buying the land. Now I know that I can actually pay above market value, put all these properties together, and then still make 40 to 50% margin. So I hope that's helped, and when you're looking at your next deal or looking for your next deal to make a lot of money on, develop the model, become an area expert, and then all of these opportunities will present themselves all of the time. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.